Star Citizen 3.0. This is 689345, 689345, the very latest of the latest. Every time there's a new patch, we try to do the newest patch, but this time we're a bit tardy because we were hanging out at the weekend, not paying attention to the time, not looking at the clock, not counting the numbers, not getting dressed in the right trousers. When it's time for you to put your shirt on, you turn around backwards, end up wearing your hat upside down, and then you put one shoe on, but the other one's still attached to your fist, and then you lace yourself up backwards in the corset that you're not even supposed to be wearing, and then you realise that the shorts are on outside the trousers, and you look like some sort of retarded superhero, and your cloak is flapping in the wind, gets caught in the door, and you try to trip over your own introduction, and then you find yourself back where you started. And that's why. It's simply why. That's the reason why that we never started the stream when we were going to start the stream, because to start the stream would have been impossible because we weren't even there. Wasn't even right at the other end of the microphone. My lips were attached to something entirely different. And now we find that the lips are very versatile indeed. They can attach themselves to, for instance, a coffee. Sipping, that's a lip action. You could even find yourself, you might even have a little bit of Guinness instead, you know. Depends on where you want to apply your lips, or you could wrap your lips right round the microphone and just sort of talk yourself into oblivion. Which is another possibility, obviously, but no, we won't do that. What we'll do is go straight into the business of Star Citizen, which is a wonderful world of Chris Roberts. It's now time, we're in the month now of December. We're halfway through December already, can you believe it? We're getting closer to Christmas Roberts every day. Christmas Roberts, ladies and germs. I would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas Roberts as we Sandy Gardner head off into the vision that he has created. I mean, this vision has come out of Chris Roberts' mind. There was no other place, it didn't reside anywhere. This vision would not have been... This vision would... I mean, the thing we're about to do we would not be doing it if it wasn't for Chris. Chris is... I'm the instigator. I'm the fire starter. A twisted fire starter. My name's Roberts. I'm a twisted citizen starter. I'm a twisted fire star citizener. I'm a twisted fire starter. I'm the poison. I'm the victim. And he is, in a way. But, you know, he's still produced this incredible vision. Star Citizen is an early access game. This is Star Citizen 3.0, which is the latest version. We're about to play the latest patch. Yes, we're wearing the very latest, darling. The very latest patch is 689345. It's the 6, the 8, the 9, the 3, and the 4, and the 5. It's the 345. It's the consecutive patch. It's the one that came after the one before. And it's the penultimate one before the one that will be the next door but one. And there you go. You can ring the doorbell. Nobody's home. But the lights are on. And that's the most important thing. It's not the fact, it's the fiction that we hang on to. Because that operates as demand. Because its effective power is only reduced by its factuality. So let's, without further ado, without any more nonsense, let's just see if we can get into the game. We've selected best region. We're going to go to Stanton, of course. There's nowhere else to go, but there'll be many more locations to visit in 3.0. That's the plan. The vision that Chris has got, it's massively beyond even what we can imagine. We can imagine like this tiny little drop in the ocean. It's a drop in the ocean. It's like a bucket in the bucket in the star system. It's like a shoe full of champagne at the gypsy wedding. It's almost like it's something that's so like a blob of mayonnaise on a rhino's back as it charges into the sunset, and the mayonnaise is grizzled into a fine coating of hairy follicles. This is what we know. And this is what sometimes we suppress knowledge that we don't even realise that we had. And that's a fine example of it. What I can say is that as we arrive right now, I spent a little bit of time today trying to get myself to Grim Hex. Like, I'd like to wake up in Grim Hex. But, you know, it's not always possible. Anyway, without further ado, germals and ladies, ladies and germaloids, we will bring ourselves now to the realisation that this is Star Citizen 3.0. Here we are, we've woken up in the milky goodness. We're now pressing H to wake up. I mean, they've changed all the key bindings. You can see here quite clearly in the top right hand corner that we've got 19 frames. We haven't even stood up yet, so I suspect it's going to be quite busy tonight. I might go over to the Aussie server, see if I can get any joy out of that. I mean, there's a sticker here saying Fly Navy, but you know, we've decided to ignore that and go full commando. There's a coat hanger, which we won't be needing, not for our smalls anyway. There's the rail, you can hang on to it for safety if you wish. It's there for your safety. Let's inch our way forward ever so tentatively and press this. I reckon we're in pod 8. Come out, we look round, we're in pod 16, we're exactly half wrong. He's half cut, he's half right, the glass is half full, or is it half empty? The work has been half finished, and that's all we can say. Itself, there's a definite frame dearth, and there's a definite half finished feeling about every single thing that we come across, but there's still no running in the hallway, as this man is well aware, and that's why he stands still for quite a large portion of the day. He simply stares at posters because he knows, unlike this fella who's a very active individual, but you know, there's nothing wrong with it. He's managed to, he's doing his work out just, you know, through visualization. He's visual. This is an absolutely terrible server, I have to say. I don't know what we're going to do about this. We might have to just get away from what... I feel like I'm not... Am I actually dying at the moment? What is going on with me? Let's just... I've got no helmet on. Why should that be a problem? That's very odd, isn't it? Very odd indeed. I mean, I took my helmet off last time because what I was trying to do was wake up. Wake up. Chris Roberts! Wake up at Grimhex. I did a few naughty things. I did a few errant activities, and it caused me to, well, I thought it was going to cause me to get a kind of rating, you know, being a bad lad and all, everything like that. I thought I was going to end up at Grimhex when I woke up. I didn't. I ended up back in the Ollis. What's up with this salute, mate? It's like a sort of... This is one of those sort of salutes you do at a kind of friend's wedding, but the stag do is particularly brutal, and you feel like, even though you're quite willing to salute because it's your best mate's wedding, you do feel like you're going to throw up. Look at that, he's heaving. I think he's having a problem with his... Let's see what we can do here. I've still got no free look though. I don't know about anybody else. I'm really quite annoyed about it. I've got no free look in the game now, which I don't like. But what we will do to solve this problem, for God's sake, can you just... Let's just get into the Moby. If we put the helmet on, I mean, you shouldn't be gasping like that when you're in atmosphere. That doesn't make sense, does it? Select a ship. Doesn't make sense, does it? Why am I doing that? Are you getting that? What is going on there? Let's put the helmet on. The executive helmet. There he is, look. Hopefully that will cure the gasping that's going on. Very odd. Right, now we can read. You can see the HUD. The helmet comes up when you put it on. Now what we're going to do today, we're just going to simply try and do a bit of trading. We're going to try and get buy some stuff, take it off somewhere nice and sell it. So let's just take the only ship that I think is possible to do that in at the moment, which will be the Freelancer.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Well, that's very nice of you. And what we'll do, I mean, you know, what can we say? I mean, some people might say that the Freelancer is too generic. Like, when you've got all these ships at your disposal, why would you even bother to take it? Because, I mean, you could fly something that you've never flown before. Well, I mean, that's a very good point. But my answer to that would be, firstly, mind your own business. But no, secondly, it would be to look at this now. Every day I get squeezed into a tighter and tighter corner. I mean, I'm grateful for the amount of the largesse that they've floated my way. But why can't I put... I don't want to put cargo in these ships. Last time I tried to cargo in an Aurora, it was like literally like leaping off the table in a sort of post-op hysterectomy sort of scenario. I don't know. I don't know what to suggest about that. Alright, look. What we'll do... Have they shaved my head again? Yes, they have, yes. Look at this creepy guy, look at him. Look at that. It's so funny, the way they take the face of a 50-year-old man and give it a 21-year-old haircut. I guess that's how it'll be in the future, you know, when follicular decay will be a thing of the past, and we'll all be incredibly hirsute. I don't know what to do now then. I can't take any... What I'm going to do is just go to CO8. I'm just going to go there. What the hell? We'll take the ship. Maybe we can buy cargo somewhere else. Go through the door and walk down the hallway like a good boy and look around. There's a man lurking by the big bench. Why? I don't know why he's doing it. And the frames are terrible. Oh, these frames. The frames! What's going on? Now the door doesn't work. Come on. That was it. That was nearly it then. There we go. Come on. Come on. Frames are worse. Right, let's try this. I know it's Saturday night, and that's probably the time when every bugger and his wife is on the server, but we'll persevere. Let's get out of this gaff, and then we can see what freedom, what frame freedom we get up the apples and pears. What frame for Standy Gardener? What frame freedom we end up with when we get away from this. Oh, it just does my head in when there's no doors. Look at that. There's the back end of it has been smashed off. Is this a damage state issue, do you think? Well, that's damage state, isn't it? The back end of my Freelancer is missing. Why? Why is this? Why is... And there's a great big hole where my guns should be. Perhaps the drive here is to force people to only take out certain ships. In which case, I think we'll head back in. I'll tell you what we'll do, just for jolly. Let's just try and do this. Just because I want to... Yeah, there we go. We'll just put a timer on it, just so we know what's what, right? What we got here? Apparently there's 2 people watching this, so, you know, apologies to you. I hope you can forgive me for the... Look at this, look. Seems like when I drag the cursor over the edge of the... There we go. Over the edge of the box, it actually works. The system, so far, I'm very... I mean, I know, look, the idea of... I mean, if I was to... Nevertheless, once we've initiated that, we can say, without any further ado, that in the long run, there is, at the end of the day, there's a kind of feeling of, well, you know, I mean, what can we say? There's almost, it's almost as if, well, I say, I don't think I do need to say it out loud, but I mean, if I were to intimate it, then it would be possibly, like, the only thing that would be said would be, for Christ's sake, what are you talking about? But more than that, much more than that, in a much more poetic sense than that, I would like to say that System 2.0, this kind of like floating widget system, is just never worked, and I wish they'd find some other way of doing it. Because I mean, other games, they don't have text that just disembodiedly sort of floats like some sort of spectral, obscure, you know, just by luck you might happen to grab a piece of text as it floats by your eyes, and that will actually do something in the game. Why not just have buttons designated on objects that when you press it you get into the seat and it's always in the same place and you know where to stand in order to activate it? And that to me, that would make sense. That would be a the frames. We're not going to complain because it's early access. There's nothing to be said. It's like we've signed an agreement that says you can't complain. And now we've got to put up with it. Let's try the LX, see what that's like. Could be
Your
better.
ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Okay then, that's really good news, and I hope that I really get to know you sometime, because you sound like a fantastic fellow. Someone who's driven and successful and all different shades of grey. Making love with you would be a fantastic experience, because you always know my penis is being delivered to landing bay A. I can't even remember where I'm going now. Let's go this way. Come on, just let me in. I don't want to mess about. That's where the thing is, and I press F. There. Just like that. See? I like that. I want the doors open. I want walking in. I turn to my left. I see the pad. I press the thing, and it's right in the middle where I want it to be. And then it cycles, and we go through the door. What's so hard about that? I'm going to make a guess that it's pad 3. I don't know if that's correct. The wheel is in spin, ladies and germs. Look at that. Like a giant donut. Rolling down the hill. And it's up to us to take a flying fuck at it. I'm sorry, I don't mean to use foul language. It's not my style, man. Not my style. It's a bit expletive in the stream. What's the point of it? Why would you explete when the stream could be replete with niceties? Let's get up these apples and pears and see what we can see. I'm hoping, as I turn to my right, the ship will be waiting for me. And here it is, the lovely LX. What do we feel about the LX in relation to the other Auroras? Have I got a light on my suit? I thought I had a light on it that I could turn on and off. Doesn't look like it, does it? Can't they just get it right? Enter ship. Imagine if you'd never played the game before and you jumped in this. If you subscribed to the game and jumped in this, you'd be... I don't know, well, that's a true picture, I suppose, isn't it? See, that's fine. That works. It's right in the middle of the seat. I think what I object to is sometimes you stand where you think you can reach it and you can't reach it. I've keybound that now to just wake me up when I press go. Let's get off the pads. Landing gear's not raised though, is it? Or like it is raised, perhaps. Let's have a look, shall we? Here we go. Now, I'm using Alt now. Oh, this is the red one. Okay, fair enough. Not too bad. This is the demo version. The landing gear, is it raised? Who knows? I'm going to switch to SCM mode. Now, one thing I did discover, which I thought was quite neat, was the old camera system. So I can use Alt to select a nice, like a functional view that I think is maybe good for landing, something like that. and then if I press F4 and numpad 1, I can store that view. I can then select another view that I like, perhaps this one of the charming fellow in the red hat. Very nice. And I can back it off a little bit, like a little insect with a smile on its face, and I can do F4 and I can record that to numpad 2. So what I can do is when I press F4 and do numpad, it smooths me out like that, and then I can go back to my view that I look. So if essentially you can set up a load of views that might be useful to you when you're landing. Maybe a top-down view might be good to see the terrain, and you could pretty much store that one on 3. Then you can go. Right, now it doesn't work, so alright, then that's completely useless, isn't it? Completely useless. Now that doesn't work. It's amazing, isn't it? You can play the game and you can sort of, you can find something out about this game, and then when it comes to the actual stream, you can think to yourself, oh, I'm going to impart some knowledge here, and then it doesn't work. You look like a complete idiot. Hey, but I probably look like a complete idiot anyway, so that's alright, isn't it? Let's try again. So that view I'm going to store there, and this view I'm going to store there, and this view I'm going to store there. Now what I should be able to do is simply go like that. Okay, now it doesn't work, so you know, what the F7C can we say about that? Chris Roberts, it's all a load of Sandy Gardner with a little bit of Eric Corin Davis thrown in. I despair of it, people, I really do. Right, okay, let's just check the old mission system, see what's on the docket today, shall we? Shipment transport, can anybody out there help me? Retrieve the shipment, job was bonded through Banshee, so anyway, blah 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 blah. Just bring it to Port Olisar and you'll get paid. Alright, cool. I'll accept the contract. I'm going to do it. Let's just do it, man. Where is it then? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where have I got to go? Okay, Lord above. Where have we got to go again? What have we got to do? Just bring it to Port Olisar and you'll get paid. Okay, I'll do that, mate. But I'd like you to tell me where it is. Can you do that? Can you mark it on the map somehow? Because if you can't mark it on the map, is it there? Shadows in the snow. There it is. Alright, let's go. My mistake. We selected it on the map and we're just going to punch it now. Let's just see if we can get there as quick as possible. Wreck site. Alright, but this is good, but that I should get the old marker there, shouldn't I? Let's just get the rear view here. Goodbye, Olisar. You've been good to us. It's not a bad view, is it? Not a bad view at all. Alright. Now I don't understand why I'm not getting quantum here.
Quantum drive is now on.
Alright, well it is on. So here we go. Anybody out there? Anybody at all, can you help me? I've got a big pink face and a tiny little body. Flies at the speed of light. There he is. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful ship. I do like the red actually. It's pretty cool. Matches my hat. There he is. Look, the man. He's streaking through the atmosphere. You feel like a dummy in a glass case. Oh, hello. A little bit of rattle on the old bones. Let's see where we are. Come on, there we are. The lovely, the wonderful Shalimar. Fine planet. Let's see if we can find our wreck site. Where on earth could we be going here? Surely it's not a Levski, is it? Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. There she is, look. Let's just head in. Now, I'm not going to engage in any kind of dogfighting nonsense whatsoever. Not interested. Frame rates just won't support it. Look, I'm on 14 frames as we go right now, and it's not any kind of frame. I was not enough frames. I didn't have enough frames. I was gonna fight him. He was a big he was a big bloke, mind, but I mean, I was gonna fight him. I was gonna fight him. It was only like the only reason I didn't engage in the combat was the frames. I knew that as soon as I threw a punch, there we go, the 11.99. It was 11.99, absolute bargain. I was going to pay 12 quid, but then a geezer said to me, would you like to pay a little bit less? And I thought, yes, why not? He said 11.99. I said, yes, jumped at the chance, leapt at him like a Rottweiler trying to open a banana. Peel back the envelope to reveal the information within. Told me that Rottweilers don't like bananas. But this is irrelevant to what I was saying. The thing is about this is that I would have fought him, alright? I mean, I would have, like, you asking me, you know, why didn't you fight him? I would have done. I would have done. But it was a frame rate, you see? It's a frame rate. See what I mean? You know what it's like when a frame rate's not right in a fight. You throw a punch, you freeze in midair. He's lumped you twice before your fist even moves an inch forward like that. It's all about the 1 inch punch. About the 1 week punch. Do you know what I mean? It took me 7 days to connect. By which time he's knocked me down and had it away on his toes. It's only the frame rate. That's only, you know, like I could have killed him. You know what I mean? Oh God, you look at me. You know what I mean? I could have killed him. It was only the frame rate. If a better frame rate, I would have done it, mate. I would have. You know what I mean? Like no problem. Anyway, look, what we're doing now is trying to do a mission in Star Citizen, which, you know, you got to admit, it's a lot prettier than Elite Dangerous. It's a lot more to look at. It's a lot more physically, you feel a bit more physically present, I think, is the thing. Now, we're going at a kind of quite a lick here, but you can understand that this is a kind of cruise mode. As we just change our trajectory, you can see the speed's dropping down as we approach. Now there will be pirates here. Yeah, here we go. I mean, the chances of me fighting off 2 pirates in this bucket of bolts is very, very limited indeed. Just keep it tight in a loose universe here. Let's just plug it in. Let's just plug it in, plug it in, plug it in, plug it in, plug it in. Right, there's somebody already here. So retrieve the cargo. Frames. Alright. Now if we get out of the seat, in the old days when you got out of the seat, the pilots would leave you alone, but I don't know if that's still the case. Right, let's see if we can get out here. This might be incredibly tricky. Already we've run into some trouble with the fact that the ship is too small to even swing a mouse. Right, let's just get out the door and see what happens. Go. Just go, go, go. Right, the cargo's in there. Guns up because we can. Is this a body? Kind of is now. Yes, it is. You know, you can't be too careful. I feel bad about shooting a corpse, but that is how it is sometimes in Star Citizen. You got to punch first and ask questions later. Now this is the wreck of a caterpillar, I believe, and we should be able to gain access to this beast somehow by coming this way. Look at this dead body. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Poor fella. Look. Born in Manchester, died in space. I'll tell you what, that guy's face gets everywhere, doesn't it? What a very vain, arrogant man he must be. To put his face all over Star Citizen. Look at the glass on that. It looks lovely, doesn't it? Oh, this has been absolutely tanked. Now, in future days, when you have a reclaimer, you'll be able to attend a crash site like this. And look at these two perfectly preserved guns. You better rip those off, process them or sell them on. Now there may be trouble here, so let's just go steady. I've lost my gun already, it's gone invisible. Here it's back again now. As we enter this physics grid, there's obviously some problems with. Now I should have a light that I can put on here. Well, that's obviously not happening. Alright, so I can't get in that way then. Okay, fine. That's fine. Doesn't bother me. That's my Aurora. Right, so the cargo's in here somewhere. Okay, can I get in? Can I go in this way? Right, I'm in here. If I turn towards where the cargo is, I wish I could turn the light on. What is the problem here, man? It says that it's right. Controls, key bindings. Right, here we go. Flight advanced, EVA advanced. Where's my torch? Flashlight, T. Okay. Okay. So I'm pressing T now, but it doesn't come on. Okay. So I'm sorry, people, but this is going to be really, really tricky. I can't see anything. Right, I'm going to have to try and do a keybind job here. So I apologise, people. Like, it's excruciating to watch this kind of drivel, but I don't know what's the matter with CIG, why they can't. Look, I don't mean to complain, but I simply cannot test anything if you don't provide the basics, the tools that you need. Anyway, look, we don't mind. We're not bothered by it. It's fine. So, controls, here we are. Let's just do key bindings. Advanced controls, let's just do EVA. See if we can find the flashlight here. Just free look left alt is still the same. I guess on foot all it's going to be in here, isn't it? Flashlight toggle. Okay, I don't know. What I'll do is I'll rebind it. That's all I can do, really, isn't it? No, can't rebind it. Okay, no. There it is. Rebinding T. Yes, that's fine. Alright, I'm sorry about this really dull hiatus. But I literally would like to have a flashlight. Nah. Okay, let's just severe. Right, crashing. So maybe we can get there a little bit quicker like this. Okay, the frame rates are too bad. I can't see anything because it's dark and there's no way of turning my flashlight on. So what we're going to do is just going to leave this mission. What I'm supposed to do in this scenario like this. Just... I'm not actually doing anything, I'm actually just sat in a chair. I'd like to get out of here now, because this is just boring. Okay, great. Alright, so we went in. It was so dark we couldn't see. The darkness was oppressive. And what we found floating in the nonsense, just bits, random pieces. Somehow we had to take these pieces and assemble them into a meaningful effort of how we felt about Star Citizen at the time. The frame rates were so bad. Just couldn't do anything. Excite itself was a travesty. Wrapped in a conundrum. Smelling like a problem. I tell you what. It's difficult. I mean, it is a tricky thing to test something that's impossible to test. I'd like to enter my ship now and just leave this place. Here we go. In we go. In we go. Lovely little bit of animation there. Let's just holster the weapon. I don't know how to do that now. I don't do it like that now. How do I do that now? Why do you change everything? It's ridiculous. It is just ridiculous. Holster. It is R. Okay, fair enough. Let's try that then. Return to the game. Hold down R. No, that's not working. Alright, well, it doesn't matter. Don't care. Don't care anymore. Had enough of it. It's like every time they just... It's like a... I don't know, it's like... yeah, okay, now I'm going to get blown up. Let's just go. Let's just get out of here. Not interested. Not interested in that. Okay, now the map doesn't work. There's nothing on the map anymore. Let's go to yellow. Let's just get out of here. I don't want that cargo. Okay, okay. and stay cool, man. I can't actually stay cool. I actually feel quite annoyed. There's no destinations on my map here. Let's try pressing F2 to bring up the map again. No. It's something strange in the neighbourhood. I got a glimpse of Hurston then. Oh, there it is. Can you even go to Hurston? No. Okay, so let's zoom in on Crusader a bit. See if we can find out what's happening there. Maybe I should just make Crusader my destination. See if we can get any joy out of that. I mean, it might be nice to go there this time of day. I mean, who knows? Or maybe what I need to do is get out of this mission. That might be the thing. Maybe to deselect the mission. Let's accepted. Let's abandon that contract. Let's see if that brings us closer to where we would like to be. Contract withdrawn. Yes, now I wish to go there. Okay, let's see if that's going to come up as a... So I've got nothing here. Maybe if I could just find... Maybe if I could just find the planet, I can just jump to it. You know, the old school way of doing things. You just point your eyes in the direction you want to go and just put one foot in front of the other and just do it. It doesn't seem like that's possible in space. 6 degrees of freedom, boxed in from every direction. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to exercise my own will as a human being and say, let's just exit to the menu because this is just a load of drivel. I can't do anything. I'm going to select a different server and see if we get any joy out of it that way. Hello, so Dirty Sonic. Hello, mate. I'm sorry. I got so preoccupied with being annoyed with this game. Yes, it is live. Yes, it is live. Massive firefight yesterday. I've started to shoot first and ask questions later. Is this live? Yes, it is live. We're just having some trouble. I also did that actually. Got a. Let's try the Australian server. I got a little bit of a mood on this afternoon. I was just thinking, well, why not? Let's just see if we can ramp up the crime stat. And I ended up, crashing into OSR and trying to shoot people and blowing up people's ships just to try and get the crime stat. And I couldn't, for the life of me, get it up high enough to enable me to wake up at Grim Hex. It was weird. Have you tried that? Did you wake up at Grim Hex? Have you actually shot somebody and then you woke up in Grim Hex? Is that what happened to you? Because I can't seem to, no matter what I do, I can't be bad enough, mate. It's like I can't be bad enough to be called a wrong'un. Only a little bit of Guinness left, but never mind. Right, what we're looking at here, this is the Australian server. 18 frames while we're still in bed. We're pressing H today. Who knows what it might be tomorrow. We'll press G again tomorrow, and then we'll press O. Now you're going to press I. Who makes these decisions, and why? Why don't you just leave it as it was? What is the point? Where are we today then? Look at this little room. What's this little magazine on the floor here? What's this? Whitley's Guide. DEFCON 2946. Look at that. The energy rifle. the very arm that I am rocking this evening. There's the coat hanger. There's the rail. You know what to do. I'm guessing that I'm in room 11. Da 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 da. He's in 12. Okay, well, you didn't do too badly. Wrong by one. There's no shame in it. Let's get down the stairs. Up here we've got 17 frames. Not too bad. Now look, what I like to do when I see a couple of goons, I like to just nudge ever so. I just nudge him. Nudge him, because I can nudge him like that, you see? But yes, it's going to work. I love doing this. Look, check this out. Now I just come in here like this now. We create a new kind of star citizen. Look at this. Look, look. Yes. There they are. There they are. The Siamese twins of Citizen. It's a Sandy Gardner, a Chris Roberts, all put together in a nice package, wearing a t-shirt that says lies, lies, lies. Chang and Eng are no more. We're looking at the citizens, the stars of Chang and Eng. The citizens themselves. Look at those boots. Look, I tell you what, I know who I'd like to spend my Friday evenings with. It certainly isn't you, Mr. Oxblood Loafers. But look at that, the new hybrid. The new hybrid being the Star Citizen of the future. In the future, everyone will have 4 arms. And everyone will have 4 legs. And lo, he saw that it was good. Just give this guy a little bump, see if we can get... Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Look at that. There he is, look. My creation! I created you! Live! I command you to do my bidding. Take your 4 legs and run like a horse. A 4-legged friend I shall call you. A 4-legged friend. A 4-legged friend. He'll never let you down. Honest and faithful, right up to the end. No running in the hallway. The 1, 2, 3, 4-legged friend. Roy Rogers has a place. Look at this! Lining up they are. Ready to be transformed into the new citizenry. Look, you just go in slightly. There you are. Look at that. Now let's get you guys moving down here. Look at this. Look at this. Moving in. Moving in. Yes. I could play a game of AI chess like this. Oh, no, 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 no. Come on. You've got to go forward slightly. Boom, boom. There. Yes. Very good. And you, my little friend, you are going to join your friends over here. Look at this. Look at you now. How good would it be to get 6 or 7 of these guys, merge them all together, so they just sort of overlap, and then they all start walking off at the same time. Freak somebody right out. I have created new life, the 3-headed Hydra. The Hydra citizen who is ready to think thoughts of a young man, thoughts of an older gentleman, and thoughts of a dirty has-been, all at the same time. I have an ear for a nose, so I can hear what you smell like. I can smell your thoughts echoing through my own olfactory system. And I on the other hand, I have the power to both be a hipster and a villain at the same time. Depends which side the Janus face of the Star Citizen of the future. Dressed to kill, with 2 noses and 2 mouths. You can suck 2 lollipops at the same time. Incredible stuff, but a complete waste of time when the game is waiting to be played. Right, so anyway, let's see what we can do here. Let's try and find ourselves a ship that's worth flying. Now, last time I took this baby out, there was no back door. What can I say? Take names, kick ass. Dirty Sonic, you're a man after my own heart. No, I haven't woke up with Grim Hex, but my crime stat wasn't full before the game crashed, then it reset. No point being nice because there was no VoIP to talk to people to find out their intentions. Well, that's good. Message here is being held for review. Well, that's a bit odd. Let me just sort that out, because I'd like to allow that message in, because I can't say the K word, it seems. Oh, that's weird. I should change that setting, shouldn't I? Because That's ridiculous. In a first-person shooter, there is no K-ing people. Are they bringing in the spider mining ship? They usually kill you anyway. Yeah, spider mining ship. I don't know about that actually. Maybe. Member of the shit share program. Right, let's try and find out. I could take the freelancer, but there was no back door last time I looked. We could take the cutlass. Let's see if the cutlass is still working. I do get a bit tired of the...
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing.
My goodness me. Sandy Gardener, what the hell's going on? BO9, right. Live, my creations, live. You are my creations. I command you to think for yourselves. Three AI minds together, they still can't make a decision to move. Well, I don't know. I mean, do you want to move? I don't know. I'm quite happy here, really. I mean, I'm quite comfortable, although you are kind of in my personal space, but I don't actually mind it. You know, I've got to know you over the years, and I feel that I don't mind sharing a personal space like this with you. Hey, look what he's done to me. What are you doing, son? Don't ruin my game. What are you up to? Just because I like to blend the AIs together? There's no point to... Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Let's get behind it. Let's get behind it and put the full weight of our creativity behind. Oh look, he's vanished. Oh no, he just went to the front. I love this. Layers of people, all happening together. A great big CGI loving of CIG. Oh, I'm just really lost it. I don't know what to do. I'm going to take the Constellation. That's what I'm going to do. Take the Constellation. Take the Andromeda. It's always good for a laugh. Have they
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
I don't really know what they've done with the ships, Dirty Sonic. I can't figure it out. It's like certain ships are just non-functional now, and I don't know whether that's a deliberate thing to make you... They want testing to be done on the Auroras, for instance. So when you go now... I can't remember where my ship is now. Just hold on. I'm really not together at all this evening. I don't know what I'm doing. Right, let's just find out where it was. Constellation B10, alright. So we're going to B10, but look. He's a fast little ferret, isn't he? Ferreting himself off, wearing his mother's nightie. Big hurry to get to my constellation. If we look here, it looks very much to me like these are the only ships that appear on the thing. Like, trading is not something they want you to be... There's not something they want you to be doing at the moment. So, don't really understand what the CIG's idea is. I would prefer it if that is the intention. I would just appreciate an announcement that just says, look, we're going to turn off all the ships except the Auroras, and we're going to turn off trading so that we can make you focus on doing missions. That's fine with me. You know, then I won't waste my time trying to do those things. We just tried a mission just now. I've invented a mini game. I have AI chess. It'd be good though, wouldn't it, to get, like, if you find AIs like that, there should be some sort of point system for seeing how many you could stack on top of each other. I mean, I managed to stack 3 on top of each other, was the most I've done so far, but it would be great to, like, if you could, let's say from now on, that if I can stack bodies on top of each other, that's the number of points you get. So I've got 3 points there. That's the best I've done so far. I could probably go back and do better than that, but I'm not going to waste your time. Look, you see, these doors are missing as well now, and that door's missing. I don't know what I'm supposed to do in the game now. It does feel very tricky and a bit annoying because I don't mind if they make an announcement that just says, don't take out these ships, it'll be a complete waste of your time. That's fine. That's absolutely fine with me. But, you know, 41 minutes into the game, I still haven't managed to get out of Olisar and achieve anything of any real merit. I think I might just get myself into a ship, into an Aurora, and get away from Olisar. The curse of Oliver. Olisar, Olisar, never before has a port wanted more. Olisar, Olisar, never before has a port wanted more. Olisar, Olisar, never before has a port wanted more. Olisar, 3 points there, look at that, 3 points. I'm going to get you, and I'm going to merge you like a merging splurger. Look at this, splurge you like a... That's 4 points. And now, for the final, take this hipster in a tight cotton jumper. I'm going to splurge him right into the merge hole. Listen, mate, your inner thigh is going to be brushing up against somebody's inside leg in a minute. Look at that. Look at that. 5 geezers. It's 5 guys. I've invented the 5 Guys restaurant. These are the guys that invented the 5 Guys restaurant. Here they are. Licensed to sell you mediocre food and incredibly bright lighting. Look at that. How about this guy? Let's knock him back a little bit. Oh, now we're talking. Look at this fella here. Please don't crash. Crash the game. Just a step forward. Look at that. What do you reckon to him then? He's an interesting character, isn't he? I bet he's got a few stories. Did I ever tell you about the time when I was walking down the street and somebody said, "You're a two-faced bastard," and I said, "No, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm the Janus face. I'm the Janus-faced god of indecision, and I'm here to tell you that if you don't take out an Aurora, you're going to have a very boring time." I've got one at Grim Hex. I've got one that's unknown. The CL. Let's take the CL. Off we go in a little bit of a CL.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Could you load your ship with AI, push them outside for science? What an absolutely brilliant idea. Right, BO7. I wonder if I could get somebody out the door. Let's see. Come on, boys. Look at this. Look at this. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. Look at this. Look, a bunch of geezers. All together now. 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 Right, come on. Let's get you in. Don't lag behind, Mary. Catch up with Felicity and Hannah. The other members of the middle class coffee morning group. Come on. Come on, boys. It's like, oh, it's like herding hipster sheep, isn't it? Look at it. Oh, have you seen that article in GQ about what kind of beard wax to use? Yeah, it's really amazing. Yeah, did you see that? Yeah, I did, yeah. Oh, your beard's looking nice. What kind of hair gel do you use? Well, that's a nice jumper. I never thought of that. You could wear an itchy cotton jumper, but actually have no t-shirt underneath. Yeah, really brilliant idea, yeah. Yeah, fantastic. Look at this. Here they come. The shuffling hipsters of the future. And poor old Greg. He doesn't really understand what's going on. He was just told that if he wore this jumper, they'd let him into that club. Even though he's far too old to dance there, he still dances there, hoping to meet someone of the opposite sex. Or even the same sex. He's not bothered. He's just so lonely. In his midlife crisis. Reading GQ. Try and keep up with the guys. Look at this. I've made a AI soup. Basically what you do is you take a pinch of hipster AI. Look at this. Come on, boys. Look at this, man. Look at this. It's amazing. Don't lag behind, Jeffrey. Join the group. Basically what we've done is it's a form of meditation where you break down the boundaries between like where you end and another person begins, and in doing so you realize that there are no limits to your who you can be and who you can become. You can literally be whoever you want, and then only by this practice of merging, what we call submerging. It's something that we invented. Actually, first time it was ever tried was Port Olisar. I don't know if you know Port Olisar. It's quite a mundane location, but actually what happened there was something truly remarkable. Through just literally playing a game of AI chess, we realised that we could merge ourselves and actually become one with each other, and so that I didn't know where his stubble ended and mine began. I felt like his ear was my nose, my mouth was his lips, and then my elbow was his shoulder. I felt that his knee was in my groin, and that was fine. I felt that his scrotal sac had become my head, and that his balls were actually my eyes. And I felt I didn't mind that. There was no problem with that. It broke down all the barriers that I'd previously felt about my own maleness. I realised that it doesn't matter what kind of, if you share hair gel, that's absolutely fine. There's absolutely no problem, because when you're gazing at the geometry of Olisar and you're merging with a man, another guy, as close as you can get. I mean, these kind of things, these kind of boundaries of like what hair gel you use, just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter at all. Have I lost somebody along the way? Have we still got 5 guys in here? Look at these guys, 5 of them. Look, I'm doing this for science, but it's unreal. It's an unreal experience. And I don't know where I'm going. I'm going the wrong way here. Right, let's try and get them out here. Come on, boys. Stick with it. Don't lag behind now. Don't you separate out, boys. This is not what we want. This is not what we want at all. Don't you separate out. You stick together. You need each other. You stick together, boys. Come on. Basically, I mean, what we discovered through the practice of merging and submerging was that our clothes, just like, I feel like I don't really own that jumper anymore. I feel like that jumper belongs to the group. And I think that was such a liberating experience to not be trapped in a fashion item. And you feel that, the actual group itself owns the clothes that are on your own back. And I think that's a very liberating experience. And now we go shopping together. I mean, you'll often find us, the 5 of us, in Kasaba together, and we can all wear the same hat at the same time. And I think it's very, very beautiful. And sometimes Greg's face pushes through mine. I can literally feel the sweat on Alan's balls running down the back of my neck. And it's a wonderful experience. It really is. Come on, you bunch of clowns. Get out the door. Get moving, get moving, get moving. I want you. Look at the hair, look at the hair. I was bald, then I had hair, and I was bald. I was black, I was white, I was pink, I was green, I was grey. I got left behind. Don't leave me behind. Yeah, but you've got to concentrate, mate. You're not concentrating on the merging enough. Come on, let's get you through here. Let's get them at least outside the door. Hey, what if we get them through the airlock, man? They'll all die together in a big splurging merge sponge. I don't feel like a man anymore. I feel like a sponge. I feel like you could tear me apart and a little piece of Alan and Greg would stay inside me. Look at this. Look at the merging of fabrics that's going on here. I've created a new kind of fabric. I don't even need fabrics anymore. I'm beyond fabric. I'm just into the pure melding of physical bodies and fabrics together. I'm like a fashion designer of flesh. I'm turning everything into a huge soup. This is the evolution beyond the spacesuit. I'm telling you, boys. Once we get out here, they won't even need a spacesuit because they'll be able to breathe through each other's lungs. Like when I take a breath in, it's Alan that breathes out. I'm still holding, technically I'm still holding that breath. So we never run out of oxygen, because as one breathes in, another one breathes out, but then that breath is stored and held inside. Christ knows I'm going to get the door open now. Alright, quick, come on. Come on, boys. In we go. Just don't mess about. Come on. In you go. In you go. Yes. Come on. That's it, boys. That's it. Come on. In you go. All together now. 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 Look at it, man. It's amazing. Okay, usually kill you and switch them off. Push them outside for science. Yes. We're in the airlock, son. We're on our way. We're going to do it. Right? And I'm glad that you suggested it, because if you hadn't suggested that, I would have bothered. Right, here we go. Let's just get them right to the edge here, and then I will run back and depressurize, and hopefully we can witness the death of a man sponge. Are you ready? Are you ready, peeps? Peeps and sheeps, witness now the death of a man sponge. They're still alive. They are still alive. Look at them. All together now, breathing the vacuum of space, because they are one lung. They have 10 lungs between them. Nothing can stop them now. Have I left somebody behind? No. Here we go. Come on, boys. Here we are. Look at the creation. Look at it. Look at it go, man. Getting the hang of this. I'm getting quite good at this. It is a new mini game. How many AIs can you stack up and move across the board before Chris Roberts comes and crashes your game? Sandy Gardner, Eric Cohen Davis, and the lot of them. I'll have the lot of you. Come on then. I have all 5 of you. Can I turn my light on? Can I? Buggery. Right, okay. Right, here we go. Come on, boys. Yes, look at this. Now, look, if we can get them all to go the other way, down here, we can park them on the pad. Or should we just leave them? No, let's just leave them here, lurking in the hallway. Look at that. Look at them. Look at them. Oh, frame drop. Frame drop. Let's leave them here to freak some poor fella out. I'm going to feel lonely without them. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to take them with me. Oh, look at that. It's amazing. That is amazing. Well, that's my sculpture of flesh for the day. I appreciate that. This is actually happening. Yeah, it is, mate. It is. Look at that. Who's that down there? Who's this guy? Oh no, it's a couple of guys. It's actually, ah, my God, the horror. I would take them all the way up the stairs, but I just don't think I'd get them in the ship in one piece. I wonder if I could though. If I could find a ship, because I'm going to have to take this Aurora. They're never going to get up the stairs. If I could get one of the constellations up and working with doors on it, we could do that. All right, but it's a goal for another time, isn't it? If we find another AI chess moment, we shall take the advantage. We should definitely give that the old college try. Right. I hope somebody finds that. Right, I've rebound my keys. Give me the juice. Here we go.
Welcome to Armored Space Industry.
Hey, no problem.
Enjoy the ride.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll try and enjoy it. Depends how the missions go.
Max, landing gear raised.
Landing gear is raised. That's all.
Target acquired.
Don't know what target you're acquiring. Certainly isn't anything to do with me. Review. Bye-bye, Olisar. You're a freakish home to the living man sponge. Anyway, I would say that's 5 points. I'll tell you what, we should do the game is this. The number of AI that you can collect as one lump and get through the airlock, that's the number of points you get. So that's a solid 5-pointer, I would say. That is a solid 5-point win. Oh, I see. Let's see if we can get to... I'd like to go to Daymar because I like it there. Let's go. I would say... No, it's okay. It's there. The frames are terrible this evening. This is the Australian server. Maybe get them up the Cutlass ramp next time. Yeah, if the Cutlass is working, but the Cutlass... look at this now. The Cutlass has not had any doors on it for the last week. That's the problem. It's not had any doors on it, so we're a bit lucked out there. But the Cutlass would be the ideal one, or the Freelancer. But also the Freelancer back door has not been opening for the last week. I can't get it open anyway. I don't know if anyone else has managed to do that, but I just can't. I haven't been able to do it. Let's just get ourselves into here. It's a bit skittish, the old Aurora, isn't it?
Bottom drive is now on.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Bet someone does a bug report that AI are spawning outside, and that would certainly leave the devs scratching their heads, mate. You're absolutely right. That would be quite funny, wouldn't it? Well, I just don't understand it. I mean, let's see if we can recreate this bug. It'd be quite hard to recreate that one. Right, I want to go somewhere. Shubin Mining. Dunlow Ridge. No, no, no. Where's the most populated one where I'm likely to bump into somebody? That's what I want. I think Shubin Mining is... No, those are on the other side. Dunlow Ridge. Oh, give me something that's on this side of the planet, will you? Right, this is no good. Let's just head over here.
Bottom drive is now on.
Anyway, Dirty Sonic, thank you for joining me on the stream. It makes a big difference to me. I really appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to have you around, mate. And especially, I'm glad that somebody witnessed that, because that could have very easily been the kind of thing that I would do on stream with nobody watching. Right, let's see what we've got here then. Eager Flats. Reluctant to go there as ever. Bountiful Harvest. No, I'm gonna have to just... I'll keep traversing around the moon until I find something I like. That's all I'm gonna do.
Bottom drive is now on.
I say that's a little close, don't you think? Back it off. Back it off, mate. Don't be so eager to get up in my grill. Shubin Mining is 440. Dunlow Ridge. Tamden Plains. I don't know what happened to the main one, but anyway, let's just go. Let's get ourselves over to Shubin Mining, see if we can bump into anybody. Should take us... That should take us easily to the right spot. There we go. Let's get a shift on. Let's crank it up to full speed, shall we? Devs are definitely scratching their heads on that one. I'd love to get that. I'd love to like, try and collect all of the AI that are at Olisar and get them all into one lump. That would be a goal. That's something we should try. Definitely. Those missing persons missions usually end up in a shootout. Ah, but that... Okay, that's interesting. I didn't realise that. I might do one of them then. What I really want to do is have a shootout on Daymar, on the surface. That's what I'd love to do. To me, that would be gameplay that I'd be interested in. I don't know why they don't set that up. I mean, it's just crying out for a little bit of PUBG, a little bit of Star G, a little bit of Stub G. Be really good, Star Citizen, in the PUBG format. You know, in amongst the rocks, ducking in and out of the eager flats, reluctantly shooting at each other in an excited, enthusiastic manner, flapping around like a satchel in the breeze, rolling down like a pair of white socks on the creamy legs of a nun. What the hell was that grenade notice for? Who knows? Who knows what's happening? Let me just check this. See if that's still working. Yep. What are we, 9%? That's not good. Okay, that's all good. Are we getting closer? I would hope so. I'd really like to get closer at some point. Okay. Sorry guys, I got a bit distracted here. Okay. What we 236 here for Shubin Mining. 232, we're getting in there. If no one is around to witness the crime, how can you get a stat? I've got a better one than that, mate. If a husband is alone in a forest, is he still wrong? Right, come on, let's just tip it over slightly now. Yes, 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 baby. Keep the speed up to 1093. A very, very beautiful velocity. 1093 is one of my favourite velocities. Let's just check out the burn. There she is. Look at that burn. My life. Looks like somebody set fire to a grandfather clock when the man is still inside it. Oh, look at that. We've hit the quiet zone. I mean, come on. What can you say about this game? You can only say that it's fine looking. It's a whole universe to explore, boys and girls. It's pretty amazing, right? Let's just not strike the ground too sharply. I'm just going to ease off the power. Can still give it full whack, but not too much. We don't need heart attack level. We've still got a bit of moon wobble on the go. But I reckon we can get in there. Sweet. Alright. Here we are. Do you like that one? Do you? That's one of my favourite jokes of all time, that is. Right. Come on. $429. Very respectable lick to be going along at. God, I don't half look pink, don't I? Look at that. Gone for the pink out. Frame rates. Hello. What happened there? What the F7C happened there? Did I hit the floor? What's my altitude? They don't even bother with altitude anymore, do they? What the hell's going on there? No, I'm way up. I'm way up. I'm quite high up here. Don't understand it. Doesn't make sense to me. Got no lights on the ship again. Oh, the game. I'd really like it if they could. I feel a little bit like they just haven't got a handle on it. That's what it feels like. It really, like now all my HUDs and my MFDs have all gone a weird colour. It just feels like, I mean, this is why we're testing it, of course, to find these sort of edge cases where you end up with a situation whereby I've obviously hit some kind of IFCS problem there with the controls, the flight controls, because I don't think I hit the ground because I'm too high up, but then my altimeter is not registering on here, so it might be that there's a misread, plus these MFDs are now pretty much unreadable. Maybe if I zoom in a bit and come back out. So now I'm drifting up. I don't know why I'm doing that now. Oh, that's just because I'm... Yeah, sorry, that's just mouse drift. Which I should turn off, really, the mouse control. What's going on? Chris Roberts, Sandy Gardner. Let's just keep it on a level. Keep it on a level. See what we get the speed up. Frame rates. Frames. Don't drop out now. Frames. I don't even know why I'm doing this. What I'll probably do. Was that turbulence? You got slapped by a gust of wind? Yeah, I mean it could have been. I mean I don't mind. I mean that can happen. I didn't know that sort of mechanic was in the game yet. It felt much more to me like there was a misread about how high I was, and it almost felt like the game was telling itself that I'd hit the ground even though I was still up in the air. It hit the ground before he even hit the ground. That's how dedicated a suicide mission it was. Not only was he dead before he hit the ground, he hit the ground before he was dead. Alright, come on now. There she is, there she is. Yeah. I'm actually not as high up as I thought I was. It's pretty amazing though, isn't it? Look at this. Great stuff. Great stuff. Okay, we go. Just inch over here and inch over there. I'll tell you what, it's very... like the graphics have gone a bit weird on the old MFDs here, haven't they? Wonder why that is. Ideally I should jump out the seat and jump back in again, but let's just get a bit of speed up. I'm tired of going at this rate of knots. Just want to get there. Just inch it up this is slightly. So I don't know if I'll be able to spawn anything at Eager Flats, or Shubin Mining rather. But who knows what the Shubin is going on. That's what I want to know. We might get to see a little bit of sunrise, you never know. Might be good. Let's just bring the nose down again. Give it a little bit of welly. Yeah. This is more like it, boys. Racing into the sunset or the sunrise. Look at this. Oh boys, this is what we like. Look at this now. Yeah. Now that is a sweet sight. Sunrise over Daymar. Caught that just at the right angle. Very beautiful. Sweet. Alright, let's drop him down. I feel we may have overshot the mark slightly here. Overshot slightly, but that's alright, we'll just swing it round. And drop him down here. And we will see. The Shubin Mining is right there, just under the chin. Very nice it is too, boys. Doesn't look like there's anybody there though. Very nice. Very nicely done. Alright then. Is there anybody here? Is there anybody at home? The lights are on at Shubin. But is there anybody at home? That is the question. Come on now, frame rates, don't give me that. Don't give me that right now. That is not what we're about. We are not about the last ditch. Alright, sweet. Very nice little spot this, isn't it? Let's just bring it. Let's bring it down a little touch here. Land delicately on this flat surface for all to see. Coming down. Drop the nose ever so slightly. And you, my friend, will be what's known as the LN. There it is. The MFDs go blank. So does my mind. Out we hop. Now, is this an armistice zone? There's only one way to find out. Guns up, boys, guns up. Okay, here we are on Daymar again. Not much to do, but look, we're in the daylight. We've made it. I tell you what, the old LN looks nice. Oh no, it's a CL, isn't it? But this CL, it doesn't look half bad in this light. I'm not a big fan of this ship, I have to say, but it doesn't look half bad. Glinting in the Daymar light. Very cool. Anyway, that is my ride. It got me all the way to Daymar, so I can't complain. Look at these babies. Huge drinks dispensers. Because Chris likes to have at all times a mix of Tizer lemonade and Sainsbury's cola. At all times must be ready to be dispensed because he likes to mix them together. I like to mix them together. Come away from the drinks machine, Chris. Well, Sandy, don't spoil it for me. I like to mix them together. I know you're not supposed to, but I like to mix them. I'm a maverick. I'm a wild card. I like to mix things up. Alright, Chris, just this once. But listen, you know it's very bad for your teeth. I know, Sandy, but don't spoil it for me. I've come all this way to Daymar, and I just want to have my sweets the way I want to have them. I seem to be in the armistice zone now, so let's have a look at the character. He's like a fine bottle of Merlot, look at him. Dressed in the maroon, the gold and the green. He's like a bottle of expensive Prosecco. he's like a bottle of Lambrini. Look at these crates left lying around. I wonder if you can open any of these crates. I wonder if that is even possible. Wouldn't that be good? Let's have a look. A little bit like PUBG then, isn't it? Can we see what we can see? Anything at all? No. What's that flashing light? Oh, it's just the general insistence that this is a populated location. Look, there's quite a lot of stuff here. I didn't realise how populated this was. You can spawn vehicles. Hey, maybe I could spawn something here and get some cargo. Maybe that would be the thing. Let's try that. Let's try and spawn a ship here and then see if we can get some cargo loaded into it from one of these mining units. I'm assuming that you can buy cargo here. It doesn't seem to be. Have they fixed the dragonfly? Listen, mate, I'm not being funny, but I'm not going near that thing. So every time I go near it, I just end up dead. Well, I might give it a go in a minute, but look, I just want to enjoy this location. Look at this. It's an ideal spot for a gunfight. I hope they remove the armistice zone. I would really like it if the armistice zones were something you could control yourself, like the first person here can turn it on or off. That would be interesting. I love that noise, it's great. Welcome to Platinum Bay. A fresh cup of joe. And you can spawn the hell out of everything. Right, let's spawn the hell out of something. Retrieve? Ah, I've got a saber here. That's interesting. Don't remember doing that. Oh, they're all here. Okay, that's why then. Let's see if we can take out... I wonder if there's a difference here if we pick up... Alright, let's take the cutlass black. Oh, we can't. Great. Medium freight, unknown or destroyed. Look at that. There's a load of cargo on that one. Let's claim that back. Of course the cargo won't be there if I claim it back though, will it? 22 minutes. Awaiting delivery. Will that be delivered here then or somewhere else? Right, the Drake Cutlass is not here. That's at Port Olisar. Drake Herald. No. I want to take... God damn it! Hey, let's take the rover out, shall we? See what that gives. How are we doing? 1 hour 23 minutes. I'm gonna have to call it soon. I can't stream for too long. It just gets boring after a while, doesn't it? Undefined. Okay. Boys. What can we say about this? Alright, backing it off. Backing it in. Alright. Let's try something else. What could we take? I want to take something with a bit of room in it. We could take some cargo. None of these ships have got ramps, so I can't get them in. Oh, I know what's got a ramp. The hoplite has got a ramp. Could take a little bit of cargo in that, maybe. Come on, baby. Don't let me down. $16 frames. Not too bad. Not too bad. It's all very undefined, isn't it? Oh dear. Platinum Bay, you've let me down again. You may provide the finest coffee in the verse, but your lack of commitment to defining ships really leaves a lot to be desired. Leave quite the bitter taste in my mouth when I think about all the coffees that I've drunk at Platinum Bay. When I think about it, it makes me sad inside. I think about all the coffees that I've quaffed, but to absolutely no avail. Even though the bitter gourd that I've tasted, the bean, has given me energy. It's only given me the energy to see that everything is undefined. Open the door, you fool. Let's have a look in here then. Is there anything to be done at all? Right, let's see if we can pick up a little bit of carg somewhere. Is there a way of doing that here? Can we look in here? No, this is just a little mining pod, isn't it? This is not going to give me what I want. I'm sure one of these places had like a... Yeah, all mining. Alright, whatever. It's one of those places Could you get cargo at one of those places? That's what I want to know. Now, let's just get ready for this is my favourite sound in the game now. You ready for this? Oh, it's lush, that is. Just like making love to a Dyson. Right. Armistice zone, weapons offline. Let's give this one a go. Look at this. The grills, not really doing the job though, are they? I wouldn't put down grates like that if I was working on a surface like this. There's literally no point. What a spot. See, I would just love to be attacked now by a group of geezers coming over the hill there. That would be brilliant. It'd be like the Wild West. It'd be amazing. Is that likely to happen? No. Maybe in a future iteration of the game. I do feel though that the universe is going to be so big in the end that you literally, even if there's 1,000 people in the server, you'll never meet a soul. Right, let's try this. Let's try this in here. Right, let's see. What's occurring? Was that turbulence? No, it does look good. Seems to be, yeah. Have they fixed the Dragonfly? Yeah, take the rover. When you log, try logging off in your ship. Yes. Okay, that's a good idea. Aha, my friend. Here's my little friend. Is this Horace or Henry? I can't remember. Let's buy some stuff. Let's see if we can get something in the. I can't even remember which one we're in now. It doesn't show up. Come on. Help me out. I wanna buy something. All right. Here we go. Here we go. We're in this. Right. Which one are we in? I can't even remember. The CR or the CL. Alright, there's nothing to be done here, boys and girls. No, it's not happening. Alright, I would say that things are not looking too great. How are you then? Feeling lonely? Yeah? Little twitch of the eyebrows? Do you know what? You're lucky you're on your own, mate, because if you were with somebody else, I could wreak all sorts of havoc on you. I'd turn you into a man sponge in no time. Right, let's go. Let's just get ready for the favourite game in the noise. Sorry, I said that completely cock-a-hoop. Oh, Dyson. Oh, Dyson, that feels so good. Right, okay. Look at this location. Amazing. It really is. Right, okay. Let's get ourselves back to the ship and we will do exactly as Dirty Sonic suggests, and we will get ourselves into the Aurora bed like a good little bunny. Try and nod off. I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll log out, see if we can just log back in. That'll be our last moment for the stream. The man sponge. Yes, I've created new life. It's called the man sponge. Oh, here we go, weapons online. I like it. I like it a lot. Honestly, this game is just, it's fantastic. Look at it. It's just fantastic. Look at this. If only there was someone to share it with. It's ridiculous. It's so lonely in space. But you don't have to be. The ship share program, you can share the shit together. Enter the ship. Put your hands down. Put your hands down for Jesus. There we go. If the thing's allowed, 14 frames, is it going to crash? Oh, it was close. Right, let's open this baby up. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer. And enter bed. Yeah, here we go. Come on, boys, we're in this. Look at him crawling in, padding like a cat. Imagine this. How vulnerable would you feel going to bed in something like this? Oh my giddy aunt. Right, okay, here we are. We're in this, right? We're in this. I am now going to log out. Yes! Sonic, my mate, it's worked. We've logged out in the Aurora. Now it says Star Citizen not responding now, so I think that might have caused a crash. In which case we'll have to end the stream there. But if it doesn't crash, what I'll do is I'll try and log back in again, see if we're where we thought we should be when we first started, when we lay down and woke up in a dream, inside a virtual game. Oh, hang on, whoa. It's all blackness at 1:31, but something's happening. Fade to black, exactly, yeah. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we'll just stay exactly the same, everything the same. We'll log back in and see if we're going to come back in that location. That would be really good, because this is what I really am waiting for, is the persistence, the ability to persist. I'm a persistent sod when I want to be, but at the moment I'm finding it quite difficult, because as I log out, so shall I log in. And Moses did say to his people, as you log out, so, my brethren, you shall log in. When you log out of the Aurora, you will log back in to the Aurora. And he who leaves Daymar behind will be blinded by the sunlight of Daymar again, for he shall log in where he logged out. And lo and behold, 3 hours later, Chris Roberts did awaken, and rubbing his eyes, proclaimed, "Let there be logging. Let me log in, for I shall log out directly where I logged in, and I shall log in directly where I logged out." Ladies and germs, where are we? Oh, come on, man. Look where I am. I'm back in the green room, boys and girls. The memory foam has forgotten me. I did not wake with my shoulder blades braced against the harsh padding of the internalized bedding of the Aurora, but instead I woke up in the memory foam of Olisar, forgotten, like a wet dream in a dry climate. I've evaporated back to my original position. Alright, my friends, especially to you, Dirty Sonic, don't despair. You say no, 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 but next time we will be victorious. We will achieve this one day, and we're going to celebrate when we do. Alright, I'm just going to kill this hobbity music just for a second, while I just say thanks for joining me, mate. I really, really appreciate it. I'll be back on again tomorrow night, I expect. Or I might stream something tomorrow daytime, I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. A busy sort of day tomorrow. But thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I shall catch you on the flip side, mate. And until then, I bid you good night.